My father is Warren Jeff's older brother. My father was the head patriarch of the church, a very esteemed title. My dad was in Warren Jeff's inner circle, and they were very close. When I was in the FLDS, they went to extreme lengths to brainwash me. Warren told me that I was never good enough, and if I didn't follow what he said, I would burn in eternal misery without my family. I felt like Warren saw younger men as a threat and potential competition for wives. In my mind, I felt absolutely disposable. Boys are used for child labor. We tend the farms, build houses, pretty much any physical labor, they would use the boys. I ended up having to get surgery to repair a hernia. When I was 15 years old, I got kicked out of the community because I was talking with girls and sneaking out of the house to hang out with unapproved friends. At that point, my dad drove me up to Salt Lake and signed power of attorney rights over to a host family. Said goodbye, and that was it. Essentially, my dad threw me away. It was devastating for me. I have not seen or heard from my dad, my mom, and my sisters in 9 years.
Well, Ian, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I really do. And you've not heard from them for 9 years. Do you want to talk to them? Have you tried to talk to them?
So, the last conversation I had with my mother.
It's okay. Take your time and just talk through the tears. It's okay.
I had called her on the number she didn't recognize. When she realized it was me, she says, "I can't talk to you anymore. I was told that I couldn't talk to you anymore," and she hung up. Those were the last words I ever heard from her. And I was 13 years old. And growing up, because I was the only son from her, so I'd been bullied by my other brothers. I was really close with her. And I had been torn away from her so many times. I was in these houses hiding. They wouldn't allow me to talk to her.
And how many siblings did you have?
From my dad's side, probably up to 50. My mother only had 4 kids. And then I have an older sister and a younger sister who are still a part of the church, to my knowledge.
But 50 from your father's side, and how many wives did he have?
He had up to 21 wives that I know of.
And who do you think is commanding your mother that she not allowed to talk to you anymore?
At the time, it was probably a directive of Warren.
And now that you're out and you're married, Jade is here, right? Hi, Jade. How are you? And you have a child.
I do.
How insane does that look to you, looking back on it now?
Well, as a father with a daughter, I could never imagine just turning my back on her and walking away.
So what kind of father and husband is Ian?
Words can't describe it. He is the best father and the most amazing husband ever. Like, he has never once yelled at me. He's never once cursed at me. He's not violent. The best father I've ever seen. Like, I cry tears of joy when I watch him with our daughter because he is so gentle with her.
So how'd you figure this out?
I just figured I would never treat somebody the way that I was treated and I saw other people treated.
Yeah.
And holding out help, which Tanya, she helped me, she put me in a host home.
Right.
They were a great example to me of how a family should be.
You bet. These host homes are nothing short of absolute miracles.